video, I'd like to take you through an exercise we call the pendulum. It's a side-lying exercise and it's great for building strength through the glute muscles and through the adductor muscles in the outer thigh, as well as you working your core muscles to maintain that stability while lying in a side-lying position. And as always, we're having to think about great alignment all the way through the exercise. So I'm going to come down into position and we'll give you a couple of different options to work on. So this is our first option for you. So coming into your side-lying position, as always, make sure your ankles, your knees, your hips are nicely lined up. You're lengthening that bottom hand away, resting the head on the bicep, and then again, engage the core and just check that you can just get your fingers slightly under the waist there, and that will let you know that you're not slumping. So for the first option, feel free to pop those top fingertips on the ground. Just make sure the shoulder doesn't slump forwards. Keep that shoulder back and down in the body here. And then you can bend that bottom leg to give you a little bit of extra support. So from this position, we're going to raise our top leg in line with the hip, point the toes, breathe out to go forwards, and then flex the foot and breathe in to go back. And again. And back again, okay? So the thing to notice here, as with all our side-lying exercises, or most of our side-lying exercises I should say, we're trying to maintain stability from the hips upwards. You shouldn't feel your shoulders rocking back and forwards, your hips rocking back and forwards. You shouldn't feel your waist dropping and rising. You should be absolutely stable all the way through the body, and we're just moving that top leg from the hip joint. So this exercise is also really nice for your hip and ankle mobility, for working all the joints through the feet at the same time, and you'll really feel the core muscles working on the front as you go forwards, and then you'll feel the hip flexors and the quads getting a little bit of stretch because we're trying to take the leg behind the centre line of the body. That can be quite a challenge, but do make sure you do that because you want to get as much movement out of that joint as possible in this exercise. So the bigger you make the movements, the bigger your range of motion, the more difficult it's going to be to control. So if you're a beginner, just start with nice, small movements of the leg, and then as you get more confident and more controlled, by all means start trying to make those movements a little bit bigger forwards and backwards, okay? Now your second option, if you're ready to go a little bit further, is exactly the same, but you're just going to leave that bottom leg straight underneath you, okay? And again, from here, raise that top leg to hip height. And back again, okay? Again, keep making sure that the pressure through those fingertips, if you're putting them down on the ground, is as light as you can. If you're pressing too much with the hand, all you'll be doing is working out this upper arm and you won't be working your core. So always think small, controlled movements and only move on when you genuinely know that you're using the correct muscles there, okay? You can make that exercise harder again by taking that top hand off the ground, placing it on the thigh, and then you've really got to work that stability forwards and backwards. So I hope you enjoy that exercise. Do let us know how you get on, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.